Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share why I budget on paper. And throughout the years, I've gotten a few questions here or there, questions and comments, I guess I should say, about why I budget on paper. Why not use an app? Why not use Excel? This seems like a waste of time. Why would you spend money on budget stickers so you can budget? I've gotten lots of questions about that type of stuff, so I wanted to give you guys 5 reasons why I budget on paper. And I'm gonna go through a lot of the reasons why, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about it as I'm going through. These are obviously my opinion, so if I think something is convenient, for example, you might think that the other thing is more convenient. I'm just sharing my opinions. So I definitely just kind of keep that in mind. Everybody is different, everybody thinks differently, but I am just sharing the 5 reasons why I like to budget on paper. If you have other reasons why you like to budget on paper, let me know down below. I feel like it's always fun to get other people's opinions, but I came up with 5 reasons, or 5 reasons why I like to budget on paper, and so I'm gonna share those with you guys. So the first reason I like to budget on paper is because to me, it's convenient. All I need is my handy dandy Erin Condren monthly planner, some cute stickers and a pen, and I am set. I am ready to go. I don't have to worry about charging my planner. I don't have to worry about connecting it to Wi-Fi or to an internet connection. And I don't have to worry about saving it because once it's here, it's ready to go. I just feel like there's something so simple about just having one thing and not being technology. I use technology in so many other aspects of my life. As an accountant, I was using Excel like 7 hours a day. And so when I got home, when I started budgeting, the last thing that I wanted to do was open up Excel and start budgeting. There's just something so simple and convenient about having a piece of paper, having your plan on there. And so that's the first reason. The second reason why I like to budget on paper is because I can make it cute. Budgeting for me is kind of like a hobby, like scrapbooking or golfing. For me, I really take a ton of joy into making something so like not fun into something that's fun. So making it look cute, coming up with designs, setting it up the way that it might work best for us, trying to figure out ways that I can like beat myself by challenging us to stay on budget on certain things. That's a hobby to me. I really, really enjoy it. And so for me, I need this to look cute so I stay interested. And so it's really hard to make an Excel sheet cute. You can add colors, you can change fonts, but there's not a ton of other things that you can do to make it cute. You can't add patterns. And if you do, it's not the same thing as making like a piece of paper cute, if that makes sense. And same thing with apps. You can definitely find an app that works best for you, but you can't customize apps that are already set up. And so for me, the cute factor is totally there. I've said this like 100 times in pretty much every video that I've ever done about budgeting, but if I make my budget cute, I'm more likely to keep looking at it and following through with it. And I think that's proven because over the last how many ever years that I've had this channel and I've been budgeting and making my budget look cute, I have stuck with it. I have never one month like stopped tracking expenses or not did like the comparison of budget to actual. I've done it every single month, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I just love the way that it looks and it keeps me interested. So that is the second reason. It's super cute. The third reason is honestly just something that I've heard a lot, and so I figured I would throw this in there. I was just reading the Dave Ramsey Entree Leadership book, and I did a whole review of that book, so I definitely recommend checking that out. But in his book, he talks about the fact that you should write a budget out. Like you should physically write a business budget out and a personal budget. And he quotes someone, and again, I don't have like the quote in front of me, but he quotes someone that says, you are way more likely to accomplish a goal if you write it down. And so for me, typing it in Excel, looking at it in an app, it's not the same thing as like writing down my plan. And a budget is a plan. It's your plan for your finances. So for me, I just feel like if I write down my plan for my budget, if I write down my goal for our finances for that month, we're more likely to accomplish it because it's written down somewhere. We physically have it. It's not like we can go back and make quick changes and say, oh, that wasn't my goal in the beginning of the month. No, I rarely change my budget, and the reason why I don't is because I want to see, okay, when I was starting the month out, what did I think we could do? And so again, I think the third main reason why I like to write out my budget is because if it's written down, you're more likely to accomplish it. The fourth reason why I like to use paper for my budget is because honestly, I'm a paper pen type of girl. When I was working as an accountant, I printed a lot of stuff out. I personally would rather read something and like take notes on it with actual paper rather than doing it on a computer, on an iPad, or whatever it may be. I tried the whole Kindle thing out, reading books on there, and honestly, it did not work for me. I didn't like it because you always had to remember to charge the thing. Again, going back to convenience, you had to download stuff, and if the website wasn't working and the download didn't work, I just didn't like any of that. I realized that I just like something physical. I like having something in my hand. I like flipping through a book. There's just something about the feel of a book and the smell of a book. I love dealing with actual paper when it comes to that stuff. There's certain things that I am definitely, I'm okay with technology. I'm probably not the best, but I'm pretty good in Excel. I can figure out how to use the like Silhouette Design Studio, but there's something about paper that just makes something feel more real. So I've been saying this quote a lot, but I am now a paper, pen, sticker type of girl. That's all that my budget is made up of. It's basically just paper, some pen, and then my stickers. I love stickers. Again, it adds to the cuteness factor, and it definitely helps me stay on top of it. So that is one thing that I've realized. Now when I buy books, I just buy books because I have realized that I like to have stuff and be able to hold it and not have to worry about the inconveniences of plugging stuff in and worrying about downloading stuff and all of that. The fifth reason and the last reason I have for you guys is that with a paper and pen or paper budget, you can make it your own. So in my Etsy shop, I have a ton of sticker kits. You can get like paycheck scripts, so you can do paycheck budgets. You can get a debt tracker, a savings tracker. There's a net worth calculator. There's so many different things that you can get in my shop. But with paper, you can really make it your own. You're not set to anything. So if you have an app, for example, you're set to how that app operates, how they decide to classify expenses or how they deal with your income. But with paper, you can do it yourself. You can make it exactly what you want it to be. If you want it to be super decorative, you can add some washi and some cute stickers. If you want a little bit extra, you could add little icons or, a little piggy bank to mark how much you saved for that month. You can make it exactly what you want to make it, and you're not stuck by what Excel can do or what an app offers. So I think that's the biggest thing. I don't like people telling me what to do. I don't like people telling me how to do things. And so with a piece of paper, the possibilities are honestly endless. You can make it exactly what you want. And I feel like that's huge. I feel like that's huge, especially because no one budget is the same. Everybody's budget is different. The way that people budget can be so different depending on the family that you're in. And so I always say this, again, there's lots of things that I always say, but I always say that like you can't look at two budgets and expect them to be the same. Budgeting is personal. So the way that I do it may be completely different than the way that you do it, and that is completely fine. All that matters is that it works for you and your family. So I feel like using paper, stickers, pen, it makes it so much easier because you're not set to anything. If you decide, you know what, paycheck budgets aren't working for me, then don't do the paycheck method. All you have to do is use, a monthly budget sticker or whatever you may want, and there you go, you have it. If you decide that you want to do it weekly, or if you want to track your debts, or if you want to track how much you're saving, those are things that you can do, and you can do it the way that you want to do it. You don't have to do it the way that the app or an Excel will let you do it. Of course, there's many benefits of having an app. There's so many benefits of using an Excel sheet. And I think that if that works for you, that's completely fine. But again, I want to explain the reasons why I personally like to use a paper budget and just discuss all of the reasons and put them all out there. Again, I get lots of comments and questions, you know, over time of, why? I don't get it. Why don't you just use Excel? Why don't you just use an app? And so I wanted to sit down, give you guys the 5 reasons that I came up with, and hopefully it helps you guys, whether you are struggling and you're like, you know what, I can't stick to my budget. I'm not looking at it as often as I want. Well, maybe it's because you're using Excel, and maybe you're just sick of being in Excel because you're in Excel or on a computer all day. And so maybe the right thing to do is to do a paper budget. Or maybe you listened through all my stuff and you're like, oh, I think Excel or an app would be better than writing on paper, and that's completely fine. But again, I just wanted to share the reasons behind why I do it, and I really do suggest, if you have other reasons besides the 5 that I listed as to why you like to use a paper budget, let me know down below. I feel like it's always super useful to get other people's opinions. But that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing this whole spiel about paper budgets. Again, I feel like once you find something that works for you, it's so great. And this has been what has worked so great for us. When Jason and I got married, I shouldn't say when both got married. When we got married, we had an Excel file, and I remember going through it every once in a while, but honestly, it was just an Excel file, and I used Excel files every day at work. So I would look at it, I would mess around with numbers to see, okay, how much could we save if this happens, if that happens? But I never actually tracked our expenses in it. I never looked back at it and compared it to our bank account to see if we, you know, made what or saved what we were supposed to do. I never did that, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I was just not interested. And I finally found something that keeps my attention. I love it. I feel like it works so good for us. And I love that as time goes on and as our goals change, it's something that I can adjust, because in the past we were worried about saving money. We wanted to save, and now we're paying off Jason's car, and now I'm like, okay, I need to pay this off as quickly as we can. And pretty soon we're going to be figuring out a next house for us, and so we're going to be back into the saving mode. And then pretty soon after that, we'll have new home expenses. Our utilities might be higher, or we may have different, you know, bills coming in. So it's just fun that this one thing, this one piece of paper changed our life so much, and it's fun that you can change it as you go when you have different goals or different stages in life. So anyway, again, I know this is probably way longer than what you thought it was going to be, but those are my 5 reasons for why I like to use a paper budget, and I hope you guys enjoyed hearing the little explanation that I had for it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to pick up this planner or some of my stickers, I do have links down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.